Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will journey through Jacob's Room by Virginia Woolf. Jacob's Room by Virginia Woolf, published in 1922, is a modernist novel that explores the life and experiences of Jacob Flanders from childhood to adulthood. Set against the backdrop of early 20th century England, the novel delves into themes of identity, memory, and the passage of time. Woolf employs a stream-of-consciousness narrative style, creating a rich, multi-layered portrait of Jacob's life through the perspectives of those around him. Plot summary. On a windswept Cornish beach, Betty Flanders sits, her heels pressed into the sand, a letter clutched in her hand. It is the 3rd of September, and the summer sun is already losing its warmth. She glances out to the sea, where her youngest son, Jacob, has wandered off, his small figure against the expansive sky. His elder brother, Archer, shouts his name, but the boy is lost in his own world, exploring the rocks, collecting small treasures the tide leaves behind. This beach, vast and timeless, is a place of solitude for them all. It reflects Betty's own sense of being cast adrift, left to raise her children alone after the death of her husband, Seabrook. Jacob grows into a thoughtful and curious child, one who finds more comfort in the company of the sea and the creatures that inhabit it than in the conventional life that surrounds him. He spends hours alone, engrossed in the play of light on the water or the slow crawl of a crab. His mother's concern is like the ebbing tide, constant but unable to contain him. Jacob's world is vast, his imagination unconstrained by the ordinary confines of his upbringing in a small seaside town. As Jacob matures, he is sent to school, a place where the structure and order of learning conflict with his natural inclination for freedom. Yet, he excels, his intellect shining brightly even as he remains somewhat distant, an enigma to his peers and teachers. His education takes him to Cambridge, where the world opens up in new ways. He is absorbed by the ancient halls, the history that seems to seep from every stone. The city pulses with life, and Jacob dives into it, his days filled with lectures and his nights with the philosophical debates of youth. In Cambridge, Jacob forms connections that shape him in subtle ways. There is Timmy Durrant, his friend and companion, whose energy and openness contrast with Jacob's introspective nature. Through Timmy, Jacob meets Clara Durrant, Timmy's sister, who watches Jacob with a quiet intensity. She is drawn to him, sensing the depths beneath his composed exterior, but Jacob remains elusive. Their interactions are a dance of near misses and unspoken emotions, each leaving Clara with a mixture of hope and despair. London calls to Jacob, and he moves to the city, immersing himself in its dizzying array of experiences. He frequents the British Museum, loses himself in the streets, and mingles with artists and writers. His encounters with women are many, yet he remains unanchored, a soul seeking something that eludes him. There is Florinda, a woman of vibrant spirit whose carefree nature draws Jacob into a whirlwind romance. Their relationship is marked by passion and fleeting moments of connection, but it is clear that Jacob's heart is not easily captured. Amidst the city's clamor, Jacob's thoughts often drift back to the sea, to the quiet shores of his childhood. He feels the pull of distant lands and ancient civilizations, and soon, he sets off to travel across Europe. In Paris, he walks the same streets as the great thinkers and artists, absorbing the culture and history that seem to permeate the very air. In Italy, he is moved by the remnants of the Roman Empire, the ruins speaking to him of time's relentless march and the impermanence of human achievement. But it is in Greece that Jacob finds a kind of spiritual kinship. The ruins of Athens, the Parthenon standing against the sky, stir something deep within him. He contemplates the lives of those who walked these paths thousands of years ago, their struggles, their joys, their pursuit of knowledge. The ancient stones speak to him of the continuity of human existence, the way each generation builds upon the ruins of the last. Yet even here, amidst the beauty and history, Jacob feels the weight of something ungraspable, an essence of life that remains just beyond his reach. Back in England, the world is changing. The rumblings of war grow louder, and the shadow of conflict looms over Europe. Jacob returns home, now a man, yet still searching for meaning in a world that seems increasingly chaotic. The war breaks out, and like many of his generation, Jacob is drawn into its orbit. He enlists, not with a sense of patriotic fervor, but but as if compelled by an invisible force, a need to find purpose in a time of uncertainty. His letters from the front are sparse, filled with observations of the mundane and the horrific. He writes of the camaraderie among the soldiers, the endless waiting, and the sudden, violent bursts of action. His words convey a sense of detachment, as if he is observing life from a distance, even as he stands on the precipice of death. The Jacob that emerges in these letters is a man caught between worlds, the intellectual and the visceral, the past and the present, life and death. And then silence. Jacob is reported missing, his fate unknown. Back in England, his room stands as he left it, a silent testament to a life both ordinary and extraordinary. His mother, Betty, keeps it as a shrine filled with the books he loved, the clothes he wore, the small artifacts of his existence. Friends and acquaintances remember him in fragments, their memories piecing together the image of a man who was always just out of reach, whose essence seemed to slip through their fingers even as they tried to grasp it. In the end, Jacob's presence is felt most acutely in his absence. He is a figure shaped by the perspectives of others, a man whose inner life remains largely unknowable, even to those closest to him. His journey, from the rocky shores of Cornwall to the battlefields of Europe, is one of seeking, a search for identity, for meaning, for a place in the vast tapestry of existence. And though his life is cut short, the questions he grapples with, the moments of connection and disconnection, linger on, echoing through the lives of those he touched. Jacob's room, with its lingering scent of tobacco and the faint traces of his handwriting on scattered papers, becomes a symbol of the ephemeral nature of life. It stands as a reminder of the fleeting nature of human existence, the way we move through the world leaving only the faintest of imprints. In the quiet aftermath of his passing, as the world shifts and changes, the memory of Jacob Flanders endures, a testament to the enduring human spirit and the unending quest to understand the self in a world that is always in flux. That's it for today, but if you're looking for more great reads, dive into other books by Virginia Woolf. Details are in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Virginia Woolf's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.